Hey guys, this is Those Guys with your host Matt Marrero along with your other host
Broly!
Jesus. Could you imagine just Broly?
Broly.
What's going on, Broly? How's everything hanging? So that's original Broly. This one says things. So it is. Who are you?
Don't touch my pelt.
Don't touch my pelt.
I am Tristan Walter.
He is Tristan Walter, and he needs to get closer to the microphone.
Don't tell me what to do, Kakarot.
All right, so here today we're talking about. So we're doing another on a Saturday, as we are wont to do on a Saturday. We are recording this in advance. However, we just saw
Saturday.
Yeah, right. We saw the last screening of Dragon Ball Super Broly. I don't mean like the last, like obviously there was a few more after that day, but we saw it on Thursday, which last I checked was the last day that we could see Dragon Ball Super Broly in theaters. Apparently it's already up for freaking pre-order on Right Stuff, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, could have waited like 3 months. I mean, because like, I'm not saying I wanted to wait that long to get it on DVD or Blu-ray or something, but like, I already like it went up while it was still in theaters, and I'm like, how dare you?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Anyway, so
I'm gonna say though, if I didn't see it in the theater,
yeah, you would have pre-ordered it.
I would have destroyed half the planet.
Oh, I think I'm happy we got you there. Because you were trying to see it with other people, and it didn't end up working out. Because we were going to see it earlier last week.
Right.
Then we couldn't because there were weather concerns, but then that turned into a big hot nothing because we're from New York. So for us, we heard snowstorm, and I was like, oh, I guess I can't go to Long Island. We can't see the movie in your neck of the woods. Maybe next week because you were going to come here to not only see you're either going to see Super Broly or Glass,
right?
Which is something we will be doing in the future. Podcast, but
in the pipeline.
In the pipeline for the future. But we were going to talk. We were going to see one of those, and then we also got to see a band at the Ready.
Yes,
which Melissa has worked with us before on our Those Guys Play channel, and she's also done a Keikaku Corner like clip or two with us. So
amazing live show.
Oh yeah, amazing live show.
That's definitely not a plug.
Yeah,
that's my personal opinion.
Yeah,
and anyone who says otherwise, well,
they're wrong.
That's your opinion. But yeah, you're wrong.
What? I love it. That's your opinion. It's a wrong opinion. But anyway, so, no, but Melissa's been on the show before, and I would definitely suggest if you're in the New York area, you should definitely look them up and see if they're performing that week. Either way, though, so when it comes to Super Broly, I am kind of mad at how good the movie was. Because, let me explain.
Are you Broly levels of mad?
No. But, like, let me explain. So, for me, and if long-time listeners know this, for me, I hate when things get overhyped. Because when things get overhyped, usually they disappoint me in the end. And this movie
and then it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, then it doesn't even matter.
Which was not playing in the background of this movie.
Nope, which is, frankly, something I'm 100% okay with. Yeah. Because the thing is... Well,
I would have been okay with that.
But... I know. We'll get to the soundtrack a little bit later.
Yeah.
When it comes to my, things getting overhyped, it wasn't the trailers that overhyped me necessarily. That they just spoiled the fuck out of me, which made me made me mad. And if you guys saw us talking about the different trailers on Keikaku Corner, now that you may have seen the movie, you want to go back and watch those, even talk about the spoilers, do it, because I was furious because
I was okay until the very last one.
With Gogeta.
Yeah, then I was mad.
Okay, yeah. So anyway, those spoiled, not hyped. People on the internet, because of course we saw the last screening, so I saw what people were saying. Everyone was like, this is my favorite Dragon Ball movie ever. This is the best Dragon Ball movie I've ever seen. All this stuff. And I'm like, maybe the best Dragon Ball Super movie. Matt, isn't it technically the only Dragon Ball Super movie? Because it's the only one with the label Super.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
But all jokes aside, I didn't see the movie yet, so I'm like, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Then I saw it, and while it isn't my favorite movie ever, that's good. That would have to be its own list in itself for us, really. Like, I can't just think of it on the spot. But what would be my favorite movie ever out of all the Dragon Ball movies? But when it comes to the fight scenes, I think I can say without a shadow of a doubt, it's in the top 3, if not my favorite fight scenes. Out of any Dragon Ball movie I've ever seen.
It's honestly, visually and the choreography, it's stunning.
Yes.
great.
The reason why it gets me so much, and the reason why it really drew me in, is because it was so fast paced in a way where, yes, I would like to potentially buy it to kind of see more, like the fight scenes again and again, because some might say they were a bit too fast, which I would agree with. If that's the reason why you don't like it, I get it. For me, that's the reason why I liked it, simply because of the fact that I felt like we were truly in the middle of a Dragon Ball fight, a Dragon Ball Z fight, and we got to feel a little bit like Master Roshi at some points, where like you looked at me and you were like, "Oh my God, he just did that," and I was like, "I didn't even pick up on it," and then I told you he just did that, and you were like, "I didn't pick up on that."
Oh, I was gonna say, my power level is higher than yours then. Damn it.
Yeah. No, it was just so interesting to see, and it really was something that I guess you could say it hasn't been done before due to like budget concerns or things like that, or of course, even though this movie reeks a little bit, not too much, so it doesn't reek. It smells a little bit like an in between, as in like. Not like one of the older in-between movies. Granted, it's an hour 40, so it's longer than those. But if the new Super season does come out within the year, then this was an in-between movie.
Right.
Like, just to like promote.
Yeah.
The anime. But obviously it's an hour 40, so it's not the same budget, and it's not the same,
Right.
because those old movies, they were like 40, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's obviously not one of those. But what I'm trying to get at, though, is while it smelled a little bit like it, the budget clearly was just like out of this world, and I think that really reflected in not only because think about how long the fights were, coupled with how fast they were. A lot had to be poured into that to make that work, because if they had slowed that down, that would have been like almost double the runtime.
Right.
But it was so fast paced, it was beautifully done, and I think now you told me someone was working on this. The person working on this, they worked on One Punch Man originally. Was that correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, I feel like if we looked it up online, we'd know immediately. But
well, maybe.
No, I mean,
I should.
I feel like we looked it up when we talked about it on K Corner, and they had listings of different people who were working on it. But yeah, I believe one of the animators, if not the head animator from One Punch Man, was also working on this, because there were definitely, like you had mentioned to me when we were seeing it, there are some close-ups on like the eyes, like on Goku or Broly or Gogeta, where it literally looks like a scene out of One Punch Man, and it looks amazing. Like, it's great. It works really well with Dragon Ball.
It's the eyes is what does it.
It's that zoom in on the eye and like the pupil like vanishing, or like the energy sparking from their eyes or whatever.
So here's something interesting. So I'm confused because maybe Funimation has either bought more show times, or this was going to run longer than I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's running today as we're recording this on a Friday.
Huh. Okay.
So maybe I was wrong.
Because I could have sworn that this was the last day, or Thursday was the last day too. But I think a few theaters might have had like one extra showing here and there.
Or maybe perhaps that's as forward as I could have looked on Fandango.
That's
maybe
possible
and I
too,
just
yeah.
assumed that was the last day.
Right.
Well, again, the Funimation could have potentially talked to Toei or something
been
and
like,
been
hey guys, we're getting buttloads of money.
And
you please throw us a few more?
Yeah, as long as they could rent out. Because remember, if you guys don't know, Funimation in this case, like many anime licensors do in the U.S. when they have a movie in theaters, they're paying for the theaters. It's not the usual distribution method like Disney could actually, and they've been doing this recently, upsetting theaters a little bit. They could walk in and be like 70-30. Excuse me, we're getting 70% of the ticket prices. You're getting 30%. But we don't really like that. All right, I guess you don't get any of our movies. Star Wars, Marvel. All right, if you don't like it, that's fine. And then the places grumble, and then they pony up. So and not everyone is like Sony, not every distributor. But what I'm getting at here is when it comes to anime films, Funimation, literally, if you go on different theaters' websites and you look up how much it costs, some places like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, like per hour or per 2 hours or whatever, during like renting that out. So that's what Funimation and other companies do all the time. So they're recouping the costs from every theater, hoping that they all sell out, because if they do, then of course they recoup that 1,000 from every theater because
Yeah.
each ticket is like fucking. Because Funimation gets, I'm pretty sure, almost if not all of the ticket money. Because why do they need to split it with the theater? They only rented it out for 1,000.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
like the theater's like, hey man, we're gonna have this free space anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so are you gonna pay us, or is someone else gonna come in and pay us?
Yeah. Right.
Right. So.
And I do feel like
Yeah.
they are making that back because
Most definitely.
I
Yeah.
looked up on Tuesday, I think it was this past Tuesday, and because I was looking to go with some other friends too, and the seats were like selling out so quickly. Like there was still, maybe it was like a 7:30 showing. It was like maybe a few hours earlier. It had like 4 seats left. I'm like, ha.
Well, because we talked about this, we did this live on our Twitch on Keikaku Corner.
Yeah.
We talked about the fact that with Martin Luther King's Day weekend, just on that weekend alone, they made almost $10 million USD. So I'm assuming that by the time, you know, looking at the next week's listings, it might be double that, if not more.
Right.
You know, which I know might seem crazy to some, but I'm sure there are people who not only went back to see it again, but people like you and I who were like, ooh, I'm not free this day, but I'm free this day.
Right, yeah.
Who, you know, them, I mean, the fact that there's even Friday showings, that's, if it goes into next weekend, that'd be even crazier to see
Yeah,
what
right.
you know, could happen there. But yeah, so I'm looking up, let's see, art director, animation director, stuff like that. But when talking about the soundtrack, you brought that up before. You know, I have to say, I think that it's interesting looking at the evolution of the soundtrack for this. I'm talking about the franchise as a whole, not just this show, because it's not about Super, it's about everything. Because, you know, original Broly, of course, comes up a lot.
Yeah.
It's interesting how with the Japanese version, Japanese side of things, whenever I go back and watch the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Z, be it the movies or if I look up the soundtrack, it's always this, we're bringing in the cavalry kind of feel to it. Unless it's an ending song for one of the movies, there's this specific feel you have that it's like you're like, that's how it feels, right? Like it's just like you're bringing in the cavalry, we're getting everyone together to help out. That's kind of what it's like. And that's why people kind of especially U.S., I would say U.S. fans who grew up with the U.S. dubs with American music, love that feel of like this Merkin, you know, this rock-heavy DBZ, you know, this Rock the Dragon kind of feel. I mean, when you think about Cooler's Revenge, I know that Tristan, his immediate thought when he thinks about it,
Damn it,
is crap. I forgot the name of the band.
Well, there's Breaking Point, American Pearl, Deftones.
Deftones, thank you. Change by Deftones. Yes. So that's what he immediately thinks about. So, and it's a good song, by the way, of course. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, and Linkin Park was actually in the first Broly.
Yeah,
movie.
the first Broly.
Yeah, not a song of theirs that I remember well, but it was in it.
Yeah,
I think Disturbed potentially, like
Disturbed
one song
was in it too.
Yeah. So it makes sense. Like, you know, people would think, oh, well, is there going to be rock in this one? And frankly, it was very rock heavy. Like the chanting was definitely more tokusatsu based, like Japanese superheroes. And it's funny too because
you almost lost your shit in the theater. It was amazing.
Yes, because Tristan doesn't really watch tokusatsu much, and if you don't know what tokusatsu is, essentially there's so many different genres. We can't go into it right now, but basically, if I want to like bring it down like really really small, Japanese superheroes, Godzilla, right, Ultraman. And like in the U.S., Super Sentai became Power Rangers, Kamen Rider became Masked Rider or Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. And Ultraman became Ultraman. Not much change there. Ultraman turned into Ultraman.
Godzilla became Zilla.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm gonna vomit. So when looking at the music, even though yes there was that tokusatsu type chanting, and seriously like go look at like the Kamen Rider 000 soundtrack, or just whenever they introduce a new mecha, and usually there's a voice actor. I'm pretty sure the same voice actor that did this some of these insert songs like Gogeta versus Broly or Kakarot versus Broly, and you hear them and you're like, oh my God, that's like, I'm pretty sure that's the same guy. And it invokes that feel, but even if you're putting that aside, the guitar riffs during it, I'm like, yeah, like this is the rock version.
Yeah,
like we didn't need to have like
like an Americanized soundtrack with
Yeah.
a rock riff. It's like, no, the Japanese already put it in.
or someone saying something in English or something like that.
Right,
It's like, no,
yeah.
he's just saying Gogeta
Right.
and Broly.
Right.
And others too, of course, who were joining in. So yeah, no, I loved it so much. The soundtrack, I think, also definitely kind of lent itself to being a big fight feel. I think that my only two criticisms, and this is one of them you share with me, one of them you don't, Tristan. Two criticisms that I had with the movie. One, the fact that I feel like the ending was rushed. I'm not saying that Broly needed to die, but it felt incomplete / inconclusive. And again, I don't know, I gotta be real with you guys. I don't know how we could have made it better. But it did, because I don't want Broly to die, I'll admit.
Yeah.
Especially the way they worked with him in the movie. I don't think he should be dead.
Yeah,
But
like I guess you could like the conclusion to the fight feels somewhat anticlimactic after all of that build up and the final attack being launched to just boop.
like,
But at the same time, like how else are you gonna like? No one could really calm Broly down at that point, so there was no way to get him to be like, okay, we're done now. It was going to be a fight to the death. That was the only way that was going to end.
Right. I think maybe, you know what it is too, I think leaving it with, like, look, obviously Goku, like, I'm not saying Goku wouldn't be friends with Broly, because that's also silly. Imagine if Goku was like, nope, I hate you. Like, that's weird. That's not Goku.
Oh yeah,
That's
that
not
would have
him.
been.
No,
Ooh,
but
that would have been terrible.
yes. However, I still think it was odd that, not against Goku's nature as a character, I'm just saying odd that they had that scene in there, like, where Goku's like, oh, so he wasn't destroyed, he was sent off to a far-off planet. Alright, I'm just gonna, like, instant transmission there and say hello. I think that's something that... No, I'm talking about as a scene. Not that it's
Okay.
against his nature as a character.
Yeah.
It fits him. It's something he would do. I just think that a scene like that is one that maybe I would have preferred would have been in, like, the Super television show.
Right.
Because I feel like ending it with maybe Goku or Gogeta in that case, thinking, oh, so he disappeared, therefore I killed him? And then maybe it being a reveal another time that
Right.
Broly's alive again.
Yeah.
Because even though, yes, Broly can remain calm on that planet, etc., it still is a big gamble and a big risk to leave that amount of
Yeah.
power there. Like, it's funny, because you, Tristan, you've told me before when we were doing reviews of Super, Goku, why does it seem like you're being an idiot right now? And you're
Yeah.
not... Because think about it, with that amount of power and that amount of anger and rage, he's just letting a rage beast exist in a universe that apparently they broke through. Remember
Multiple
that?
times.
They broke through. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was very interesting. They both apparently
Yeah.
broke the universe.
Yeah.
That looked like that's what they set up.
What it felt like, yeah.
It was beautifully done.
Oh,
but
it was amazing. But
Yeah.
the fact that Beerus didn't immediately get up from babysitting Bulla and go like, what in the hell is going on?
Mhm.
Like, okay, now it's my business.
right.
Or Whis being like, alright guys, you've had your fun. Please stop breaking the universe. I don't want to fucking rewind things again.
Yeah, that was, to me, it felt as if
Was
yeah.
guys?
Just wanted to put that out there. Like, I like them breaking the universe, but I do
Yeah.
think that even putting aside the Super thing, because I don't usually say that about Goku and Super, but you were like, Goku, why can't you finish this? Why are you not finishing this being murder?
Yeah.
Right? But like, why can't you finish this fight? Why are you toying with him? Or why are you letting this like
Drag on.
Drag on.
Well, I mean, funny because Vegeta did the same thing too.
Yes, but it's not so much letting the fight drag on. It's the fact that again, Broly exists there, and Goku has
Well,
found him. Again, what is Goku going to do? I'm not saying he's going to like kill him.
Yo, I know. The funny thing with this one, I think, is that like you're not wrong in that the risk is still there. Like Broly could still lose it and start destroying things. Why is the South Galaxy missing? Funny, you should mention that. Do you hear that? I feel that. But I feel like, you know, Broly has he's got new friends now. There's no one around. Paragus is, you know, not going to be bossing him around anymore.
Which is my second complaint.
Right.
That's my second issue with the movie. But
And
go on.
like Frieza's kind of like, oh, I'll go back when he's, you know, learned to be a bit more civil. It's like, you pissed yourself after beat the living hell out of you. You're not going anywhere near him
He
again.
slapped him so hard, like Goku did.
When he went Super Saiyan the first time, if you look back at Z.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It was beautiful.
So, and also we should note that canonically, this is in canon. In canon, Frieza was beat. His ass got beat for an hour
straight.
because I could swear
It was glorious.
because in the video games, and that's why I was getting confused. In the video games, a bad fusion lasts like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Because they want to make sure that you don't die in that form.
In the fight, yeah.
Yeah, but in the show
The
and in the
anime,
manga, a bad fusion is still 30 minutes.
Right.
So I forgot about that, and so when it was like, oh god, all right, try again in 30 minutes, it was just so funny because it just jumps back to Frieza getting beaten up.
Right.
And maybe not a full hour because Broly did move on to Whis, but like even if it's 45 minutes, I'm good.
He was
Like,
still kicking him around for at least a solid 45 minutes until Frieza couldn't move anymore basically, and Broly's like, I'm bored now.
like I don't obviously, I'm not gonna say that anyone from Toei is listening to this, but if you are, give me a 45-minute Frieza getting his ass beat director's cut. I will watch Frieza getting beaten up.
Yeah, no, like when we were watching it in the theater, there were people clapping as Frieza just gets wrecked, and it was beautiful.
Our theater was very quiet. So, like it was very interesting because
in a good way.
In a good way, yes. No, because when I say sometimes it really depends on you know what it is? Okay, it depends on what people say.
Yeah.
So like if there are people going yeah or woo, that's fine. But if there are people who think that they're funny.
Yeah.
And sometimes they might be.
Yeah.
But what happens is, here's what I've usually noticed, right? With anime movies or anime movies. Technically the Death Note live action movies were not anime, but like still in that same genre. There are people who say two funny lines and you're like, fuck yeah. And then they keep on saying things thinking that, and it's like, no. You were good twice. Yeah. Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck. So that's basically
but what we're still in a movie theater. Like, come on. Like,
and thankfully nobody did that. Like,
right.
I think I was the loudest there. No, because what ended up happening was when Fat Gogeta appeared, I said, yeah!
Oh my god.
Because I was not expecting them to fuck up Fusion.
Right. No, totally. Because I was like, oh, they're going to do it right the first time, and you looked over at me like, nah.
No. I knew it because... because you said that, and then I saw their fingers.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
So what second? No, but you said they're gonna get it right, and I was just like, because of the way they did the camera angle.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if they're gonna get it right. I didn't think they were gonna show skinny Gogeta.
Right.
Because I don't think we've ever seen a skinny Gogeta. We only saw a fat one in the movie.
Yeah.
So we never
Fusion Reborn.
Yes. Yeah. So what was I going to?
Yeah, because they only did like a old skinny version with Gotenks when they were fusing.
Yep.
In the anime.
Yes. So when it came to my other issue, because you mentioned Paragus before, not that he died, because I could not care less. Like because it's and not even that he died by Frieza's hand. Although technically, I'm like, I don't know if Frieza should have more Saiyan deaths on his hand. Fuck him. But here's the thing, right? My issue is that while Paragus was a bad guy,
Paragus was a dick.
He was a dick.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the movie, this is the movie's thing, not even his death. The movie, I think, did not elaborate enough on how much of a dick Paragus was. Yes, you could say he killed his childhood friend, which is horrible. Don't get me wrong.
He also put a shock collar on his son to control him. Which, granted, yes,
I hate
it's
to be
either
the
that
dick here.
or destroy the entire universe. But
Yeah,
at
no,
the same
like-
time.
Yeah, no, like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna come off like the dick here. I would never want to put a shock collar on a kid.
Yeah.
But also, kids don't do that.
True.
Kids don't
don't transform into giant apes.
Yes. And like, I mean, they're little monsters. Don't get me wrong. But they're little.
Yes.
But they're little. They're not giant apes. Like if that was the case, I would at least think about changing my parenting skills rather than getting stepped on. So like, that's the thing. Like it's a different type of because like I'm not saying that the shock collar is right. And again, he killed his childhood friend. That's horrible.
Yeah.
But I just feel as if they could have done more, not even just to show Paragus being more evil outright. Because the thing, too, is that, like, you could also say, oh, but how dare like, well, how dare he say the sins of the father, the sins of the son? That's wrong. And it's like, that is true.
Vegeta, like, ha, that's not my problem.
Yeah, no. But let's also note that, like, and maybe it's because of the fact that, I'm thinking of this from a movie 8 perspective, not from, like, after everything Vegeta's done.
Yeah.
Vegeta's done some shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like I want Vegeta to win. I definitely want him to kill Frieza.
Yeah.
For officially. Like, I would love for Vegeta to come in
Just
and kill
once,
Frieza. Just
please.
once.
Come on.
But I do want to say that I just feel like if there is a point when Vegeta's getting his shit wrecked even a little bit by someone who has beef with him or his family from a while ago, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, it's not like you've been Goku, is what I'm saying. Like, Goku came to Earth, hit his head, wonderful, model citizen for the rest of his life. Well, I mean, he got his head.
I know.
So model citizen. Vegeta comes to Earth. Right. I'm going to kill all of them. Oh no! Especially the littlest one. Oh no! You know?
What was it that I said to you in the movie? I can't remember.
What?
Because it was Bardock and Gine sending Goku off, and it was something, be safe, or like, they were wishing him well, and Bardock was saying, oh, don't worry, the inhabitants, they have low power levels or whatever, he'll be fine. And I'm like, a certain Ravine would have something to say about that.
I looked over to you, and I was like, I feel offended. Because he just kept on saying it. He was just like, oh, don't worry. They're stupid there. And fat. And named Matt Marrero. I was like, well, that's rude. So, yeah, I just think that for a movie like this to be an hour and 40, I just feel like, especially, hour 40, that's a pretty long Dragon Ball movie, actually, to be honest. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Battle of Gods was only like 120 before being a director's cut. When it was director's cut, they gave it like another like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was like 125. Anyway, what I'm getting at here is that it was a good movie, but 125, like an hour 25. So it was a good movie, but I feel like we could have had more, not only showing how bad Paragus was, but just getting a little bit more from Broly, because clearly we know that he's like not the person that we knew him as in movie 8. We clearly know that. That's a duh.
He has a soul.
Yeah, right? That's a duh. We know it.
Yeah. Like, they really went forward into saying, yes, he has this latent ability, and yes, he is a Saiyan still, but, like, he doesn't necessarily want to fight. I mean, and, he's not, he's not A, devil, B, a true freak, or C.
Well, no, it goes to show you that when you take the Saiyan out of that environment, become pretty chill.
Yeah.
They might want to fight.
Right,
in a way, but like they become pretty chill.
Right.
Like Broly is somewhat chill, Goku obviously. Like he wants to fight, but he doesn't want to like hurt people.
Right, yeah. He doesn't want to hurt people for just no reason. He doesn't want to be the rage beast that lives within. It just comes out.
Yeah.
He can't control it.
Yeah, Broly.
Which, that was one thing that I did enjoy them talking about, at least mentioning the idea. Because Paragus, because Frieza asks, oh, can he transform? And Paragus is like, no, I had to cut off his tail because he was too uncontrollable as a great ape. But that power was still inside of him, and he could still kind of tap into it. Paragus mentions something to the fact of he's one of the only Saiyans that I've seen that is able to tap into the Great Ape power and not completely lose himself in it or transform. And I thought that was really interesting that they went for an idea like that, because it's kind of reminiscent of Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, no, it was kind of funny because you made the joke, like, is he going to turn Super Saiyan 4?
Yeah, I was actually going to be, I'm like, is that going to be the twist of this movie? Is he going to go Super Saiyan 4?
Well, because there had to be, I will say this much, despite the fact that I think the trailer spoiled way too much, I do enjoyed how they even though I knew what was coming, I didn't know what was... I said this to you when we were talking about the trailers on K-Corner. I said I didn't know how it was going to end. I knew it was going to end either via the double blast or with Gogeta, but I didn't know which one was going to be the final blow.
Yeah.
Arguably, you could say we didn't get a final blow, but whatever.
Yeah.
But
the double blast actually came much earlier than I thought it would, and it did jack shit, which was kind of funny.
Yes, it
Which
did.
I kind of wish it'd done a little bit more because that was really cool. But at the same time, I get it.
Yeah. Well, it shows you, hey, we can't just do this together. We have to do
Right.
this together.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
But
that was Whis' line was beautiful when when Gogeta comes back. He's like, "Oh my!" But he just looks at him. It's like, "Oh, you two can work together. See, I told you you could."
that's the one thing I have to say. The one piece of characterization that I do enjoy, not just in Super the show, but also in the movies as well. This idea that these last few movies, that it's about Vegeta and Goku truly working together,
Yeah.
not just quote unquote working together.
Yeah.
Because there was definitely during Dragon Ball Z, I mean, you can even tell with Majin Vegeta. Vegeta being like, I want strength more than you, to the point where
I'm willing to kill you for it.
I'm willing to turn over to the dark side, essentially, just
Yeah.
to tap into that latent power.
Right.
When really he should have been punching punching Babidi, being like, so do you know about any like gods in the area that I can train with?
Yeah. Right.
I do, but I'm not telling. So like,
I can wish you back as many times as this takes.
actually, all jokes aside, I don't think Babidi knew about Beerus. I think
No.
Beerus knew about Boo
Yeah.
and was like, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, Beerus, when he was told about it, was like, oh shit, he beat Boo too? Fuck.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, the big one, it felt like Frieza was more the big thing for him, and then
Because he
Whis is
knew
like,
him.
yeah, and he's like, oh, he beat Majin Buu too. All right, we're going to this planet now.
Yes, exactly. But even with that, right, it was more like Vegeta getting punched a lot so that Goku could do his thing. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what, it felt like it was more so, a
Vegeta
backseat.
buying time.
Yes.
Yeah.
In this case, though, with the last few movies, I mean, you could argue Vegeta was one of many Saiyans that helped Goku achieve God form.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. But again, it's starting the seeds of, let's actually help Goku here instead of or Kakarot, instead of it being
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Which, that was another thing. Vegeta also has just Super Saiyan God mode now,
I
too.
mean, it makes sense. It would be so
Yeah.
odd.
I wonder if somewhere they just did the ceremony for him so he could do it. Like, I felt like that was the only way to attain that form. You can't just train to get that. You have to do the ritual.
That's actually fair. They could have, definitely, because if it's just a simple ritual, then why not? They have the time.
Yeah,
And they have 5 Saiyans.
Like, it felt like he had Blue first though from Resurrection F.
No.
but-
I think he was able to go past it.
Yeah.
But because Vegeta's gone, I mean, if we're bringing up Super Saiyan 4 here, Vegeta has gone past stuff before.
Yeah.
The point, though, is if I think the red form, the way that worked and the way it was done, I think it was kind of you use so much power in blue.
Yeah.
How about let's just find a way to get you the red form? And Bra is born now. I don't remember Bulma even being pregnant. With
She
Bra.
was in Super. Yeah, well, because that was the whole thing. Vegeta didn't want to leave for the Tournament of Power.
Right, thank you. Now you reminded me, thank you.
And Whis is
yes.
like, I can fix that. And Bulma's like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, that's not how that's supposed to work. Like, thank you? Because it really didn't want to have to go through that again, to be fair. But, like...
Yeah. Okay, so, point, though, is that... So Bra is born. So Bra is one Saiyan. What?
I think it's Bulla now.
Oh, Bulla?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I could be wrong, but...
Well, Bulla is Bra.
Yeah, same difference.
But
yeah.
no, Bulla. So Bulla, Goku, Trunks, Goten. Who else do they need? I guess they do need Gohan.
Yeah.
No, because last time it was Gohan and Pan.
Right, Pan.
But I guess
yeah.
they do need Gohan. So then, yeah, they're just like, Gohan, can you stop being a scholar for like 5 seconds? No.
I have a presentation.
Can Videl bring the baby?
Wow.
They just need 5.
Right.
Boom. Now you're.
Which is funny,
God.
speaking of Pan, I'm surprised Piccolo wasn't watching Pan during this movie. And the fact that I wonder now, is Beerus going to take on the babysitter role now for Vegeta's family? Like, is that what they're going to work out?
Just Piccolo and Beerus stare down.
Oh my god.
And they're both like, baby fight, baby fight.
Oh god. What are you doing with our children? Nothing their fathers wouldn't have them do. You just see Bulma and Chi-Chi.
At least we put protective gear on them.
At least we're actually watching them.
No, Piccolo, it is protective gear because you wanted to put weights on them.
Oh my god.
I thought it would help their training.
But I love the fact that Piccolo got introduced just to teach Vegeta the fusion dance, which was hilarious. But the fact was, he still sensed what was going on. Like, hey Goku, you doing all right there, buddy? Coughs. I'm not okay. I sense that power level, and I want to say I'd come help you out, but he's like, bring me some sensor beams. Sure thing.
What I think
I'll go get Krillin.
What I loved so much about it, though, is other than Tien, he was the only one that made sense that would sense a power level immediately because he's always meditating.
Right.
In every movie, TV show appearance
Yeah.
that when he's not fighting with
Right.
people, he's usually out meditating or
Yeah.
teaching Gohan or something like that about meditation.
Right.
So,
And I mean,
Yeah.
fused with previous Guardian of the Earth, so I feel like half of his mind is still kind of like Kami's still kind of like,
Yes.
I'm gonna watch over shit. I know Dende's got this, but like, force
Yes.
a habit.
I will admit the Dende thing was weird. Like, it's weird that Piccolo was the one to say, sorry, I'm out of senzu beans. It's like, first of all, it's not up to you. How about you talk to the Bean Daddy and see what he has to say?
No, that's Korrin and Yajirobe.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's on the way up.
True.
You know?
On the way out.
So, for me, I just feel as if, even though that's the only... Okay, so apparently I have 3 issues with this movie. It only feels... Another reason why it's a kind of like an incomplete feeling. The one thing I love to death about this not Battle of Gods, crap, Resurrection of F, Revival of F, whatever of F, fucking F, fucking F, F.
Fucking Frieza.
Fucking Frieza. Frieza. So, the fact is, with that movie, despite me having an issue with the time travel end, I do enjoy how they brought so many characters back. And that's the one
Right.
thing with Super that I've really enjoyed, where when, I'm not even going to say if, when this movie gets adapted to Super,
Yeah.
it will.
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah.
When this movie gets adapted,
Yeah.
I hope that they just, at the very least, have, like, other people around the Earth reacting. Like, Krillin being like, he's not even, like, sensing it. He's just writing out a ticket.
Right.
And he's like,
He's got somebody pulled over.
This is an earthquake. Why
Yeah.
is there an earthquake? No, because...
He's
look,
just like, Goku, I'm on the clock, man. Come on.
because, like, other than Piccolo, even though Tien could not have contributed, he doesn't know about the fusion dance, and I don't think I would have wanted him to get murdered.
Yeah.
But
That's
like,
the thing. Like, I was sad Piccolo didn't kind of jump in, but at the same time, I'm like, even Piccolo was like, look, I'm not going to jump in.
no, I think he could have done a Hellzone. He could have done a general blast radius thing.
I feel like Piccolo could have at least, I mean, well, even Vegeta said Broly was fast, and damn, he was.
No, I think he could have
You don't
done
expect
something.
a guy that big to be that fast
No,
either.
I'm just
but-
saying that he could have done a radius thing briefly,
True.
but Broly would have beat him with his own arm.
Oh, yeah.
He would have, like, if Piccolo tried to hold him down with one arm, he would have, like, a long arm, he would have
what
ripped
if-
that long arm.
He did stretchy arms.
That's what he would have
tied
ripped.
him up.
Yeah, he would have ripped off
Yeah.
a stretchy arm and started
And
beating
then-
Piccolo with it and
Yeah.
wrapped it around Piccolo's neck,
Yeah.
ripped off the head,
Yeah.
and he would have thought, food?
Goku. Oh.
And he would have eaten Piccolo.
Oh. Would Piccolo have tasted like a salad?
I was hoping he would taste like, especially with the way he gushes out, maybe like a Sour Patch kind of thing, like a Gushers.
I don't know whose comment was worse. I really don't.
We've gone off the fucking rails, haven't we?
A little
What is
bit.
happening? We see what is happening to us.
I'm just imagining Piccolo, like, Gogeta comes back, Piccolo's just like, tag me! Tag me!
But yeah, I understand that Piccolo couldn't do anything, and other people, of course, could not either.
Yeah.
But when you don't jump to them, it makes it seem like none of them know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, you know who would have jumped in and done something? The kids, because
Right.
Bulma wasn't there to watch them. So even though she told them, "Hey guys, clean up," they would have sensed Broly's power
Right.
immediately.
Yeah, because you even have back in the Majin Buu saga when they feel Goku and Vegeta fighting, or they feel Gohan fighting some strange energy. Like, Yeah, granted, they were trying to catch up with them, and maybe they were too. Maybe you could argue they're too far away in this to sense it. But I feel like
No.
they would have
Broly,
still been able to
Broly
sense
is
it.
too powerful. Like,
Right.
Broly's powerful to the point where there are some people in hell that are like, "Fuck is going on up there?"
Cell is just like, why was I not invited to this party?
Yeah, no. Cell? Huh. If I had gotten his cells, oh shit.
Cell the Rage Beast.
Cell's just like,
God.
things would have changed. Just putting it out there. Just saying. We're dead. This is
I'm
sad.
perfect.
Oh, the funniest part of the movie for me, and it shouldn't be the funniest, but it was the funniest. It was just a side gag. It wasn't even meant to be the funniest part of the movie. A sight gag, rather.
Right.
Was the Ginyu Force posing. They didn't have to pose.
Right. When they do the time... back in time.
Yeah, no, but like when all of Frieza's forces are there, which by the way was overkill, because it was that wasn't the first time. That was that was the second time when they were gonna blow the whole thing up.
Yeah,
but still though, no, like you have Zarbon, you have Dodoria, and they just have the Ginyu Force, and they just come down. They pose, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Because it's the Ginyu Force. They have to pose everywhere.
But it's no.
It's to assert their dominance, Matt.
Right. No, in my opinion, it's like I thought they posed to show off to people, but no one was looking. It was only Frieza's forces coming down. I didn't see any Saiyans seeing them.
Yeah, I think King Vegeta was walking out with his entourage in the distance, so they might have seen... just King Vegeta, like, are Frieza's men posing? Like, what in the... Is that the new thing? What the fuck?
If he makes us pose, we will uprise.
Kill them.
We will rise up.
Immediately. I don't care if we die on this hill. I'm not posing.
Didn't Frieza and his men threaten your son? Yes, and this is the most dangerous thing that could have ever happened to us or our kingdom. We will never pose for Frieza and his army.
I mean, that's fair. That's entirely fair.
Yeah. Oh,
I would follow King Vegeta into that battle and die.
I would join the posing army, which is frustrating.
Of course you would, you turncoat.
But no. I wouldn't want to kill, and then they'd kill me for it. They'd be like, wait, but you have to kill them. I'm like, I'm not going to kill them.
I just wanted to pose.
I was here.
I just joined the Ginyu Force to pose.
I didn't know we had to murder people.
Vaporizes you on the spot.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so putting this out there. So I would join the posing army. And no, but when it comes to, I just found it the funniest thing. Also, something that was not meant to be funny, it was just something that was very interesting. I didn't realize that Saiyans had snipers or needed snipers.
Right.
No, because like, it's nice to see the society because we get to see them as a whole rather than just as these barbaric warriors.
Right.
Because I never thought Saiyans would need snipers. Why? Because they're murderers. They're not gonna solid snake. Get like a cardboard box. What's that one doing over there? That box. It's moving. Oh no, Lord Frieza. It's just it's a box. Like no, like I didn't expect like a Saiyan is gonna come up to you and be like, fuck off, and then blow you up, and then die trying, because it's Frieza.
Right.
Oh, speaking of Frieza, did you notice younger Frieza, his colors were off?
Yeah, his colors are different, yeah.
Oh, I never noticed that in other media, canon media, that his colors are different when he's younger.
Yeah, no, I think that's the first time we've seen that, because he was also that way when he blows up Planet Vegeta as well. I
not in the original.
No, not in the original one.
Yes, in this one, yes.
Yeah, they switched up his color scheme a little bit.
Okay, as if he's like growing into it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, because he didn't have his battle armor on either.
Right. Yes.
Which was interesting.
What I found also interesting is that it seemed like Bardock still got his last stand.
Yeah,
which
that
I was
the
worried
other thing.
He wasn't going to get it.
Right. I was worried about that since they were going more with the Dragon Ball Minus telling of events, so I was really worried that...
So I haven't read Minus. He doesn't get the last stand in Minus?
I'm not... I haven't personally read it either, but I don't think that was mentioned.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the last thing you see is them sending off Goku on a pod together.
I do think that, though, it makes more sense that... that I'm not saying Bardock can't be smart, right?
Yeah.
But it does make more sense with him having psychic abilities, only due to the fact that he could have just been completely wrong, though.
Right.
Like, he could have been... And I know...
I mean, that was the joke that Guiné made to him. Not
Yeah.
a joke, but like, why are you sending our son off into space? Because I really think Frieza's going to blow up the planet. Well, what if you're wrong? It's okay, honey. I'll just go out and find him and save him. It'll be fine.
Could you imagine Bardock showing up on Earth? So,
I'm just here for my kid.
I'm here for my kid, and you say you're... I'm Emperor Pilaf! Alright, so... I would say take me to your leader, but, here we are.
I was going to say he just bumps into Grandpa Gohan like, you sent your baby across space? What the hell is wrong with you?
Could you imagine Grandpa Gohan being like, I will not give up this beautiful child.
Damn,
I just
right.
imagine, I posed as Grandpa Gohan, but not
Right.
Ginyu pose.
No, but yeah.
Fighting
no,
stance.
Like, yeah. Grandpa Gohan taking a fighting stance. Holy crap. Like, he runs into the house. Roshi, I'm going to need some backup for this one.
Oh my god. Baba brings her fucking unholy team along with the devil. What was his name again? Was it Devil Man?
Devil Man.
Oh, it was Devil Man.
And the
'cause-
Invisible Man and the Mummy.
No, Devil Man confused me because there's an anime.
Right.
Devil Man. That's why I was thrown off.
I want to see that fight now. Are you even joking? Like, I want that fight
I
now.
mean, we can edit up clips from Tenkaichi 3.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but still, getting back to the original point,
Yeah.
I think it makes more sense if he has psychic abilities, only because he could have just been super duper wrong. Like, it's not like to be fair, yes, Frieza. Well, that's the thing too, right? Some would say, but Frieza's a tyrant, so, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, but you could have had that premonition any other day.
Yeah, true. Why? Well, I guess it was the idea, like, Bardock brings up the fact that why did Frieza bring his entire force here? He said, like, anything he could have told us, he could have just said through the scouters. And if it was dropping off equipment, like he's saying, we didn't all need to come back and land to pick that up. We could have done that anywhere. Like, he's like, something is not right here. And then adds on the fact, like, get the feeling he's probably going to finally kill us. Like, we know, all of us know that we don't like each other. The
Yeah.
Saiyans and the Frieza Force have had this shaky alliance for years now. And then the final nail in the coffin was that apparently the Super Saiyan legend was just floating around again for whatever reason.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
So
Probably the locals trying to just make them feel like they're better around Frieza.
Yeah, true.
Like, hey, I know that we're under duress now,
Yeah.
but we're under this pressure. But don't worry, because a Super Saiyan legend might come, kids. Like, just
Right.
talking to little kids about
Yeah.
it. And Frieza's like,
You know?
a Super Saiyan legend.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's funny because one of his advisors say they even research into that, and they,
Brought up the god.
the Super Saiyan God.
Which, funnily enough, I admit, Super Saiyan, as much as the Super Saiyan legend is obviously, a thing that would
Yeah.
make him go crazy,
Right.
I think adding on the god to it made even more
Yeah,
sense. Like,
right.
oh, that one sounds a lot more severe.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, because that was the funny thing. It's like, Frieza, do you believe in this legend? Oh, gods, no. Of course I don't. But just in case.
What I find odd is, and
I'm
granted,
paranoid as fuck.
I don't remember the story in Bardock with why all the Saiyans were there, other than a few.
Yeah.
I don't think Frieza they actually explained, like,
No,
Frieza
I think Frieza, it was just the idea that some groups of Saiyans were just getting a little too powerful, like, more than Frieza's elite force, like,
Yes. Right. No. But what I'm
Zarbon
saying
and
is,
Dodoria.
right. No. But what I'm saying is, I don't believe that they actually called them all back. They were just there
No.
after their missions, and
Yeah.
it seemed like it all lined up almost perfectly.
Yeah, pretty
No,
much.
because in this case, Frieza calling them all back, it only makes it seem odd because,
I
like,
think it was...
they should have had, like, okay, it's a big oversight
Yeah.
that Frieza, the person who's going to say, granted, they still covered up with a Meteor story anyway.
Right, yeah.
But Frieza, the person saying, let's call them all back so we can murder all of these monkeys, somehow leaves out Prince Vegeta.
Yeah.
Prince in the fucking name.
Right.
You think that he would be like, you know what, let's wait maybe another hour. Is Prince Vegeta back yet? Because why would you want Vegeta out there?
Yeah.
A prince. You know? Raditz, I don't care.
I don't know. Well, because it's funny because they show, and you made the joke. I almost laughed so hard.
He almost got us kicked out of the theater. He would have. I think we would have been kicked out. if you laughed hard as hard as you wanted to.
All right, well, let me explain because it was fucking hilarious.
Okay, all right. Well, in fairness, it was fucking hilarious.
Nappa and two other Saiyans get the call, oh, Planet Vegeta's been destroyed. They're like, that's impossible, and blah, blah, blah. So they walk over to Vegeta and Raditz, who are just these tiny little sticks.
With large heads.
So then Nappa goes over, he's like, I'm sorry, Vegeta, but the planet's gone. He's like, I don't give a flying fuck. And he's like, okay. And then he looks over to Raditz, well, what about you? I don't give a fuck either. The kids are not alright.
Right, yeah, that's the joke that I made. I looked at Tristan, I leaned in and I whispered, the kids are not alright.
Because I could just see Nappa start singing it.
But the thing is, Nappa's face too. He made the face, like he would say that.
Yeah,
that's what's fucking hilarious about the whole thing.
God.
No, because remember that they
even had hair too.
Yeah, well, of course, no,
Not
he had
lot,
hair in Bardock's movie. He had hair.
No, he did.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? The reason why it was funny to me, not just like the joke, but like even beforehand, it's because Vegeta. Literally, the planet's named after him,
right? And
his dad's there, and he's like, And it's like, what about your mom, dad, and brother to Raditz? And it's like, mom and dad, and my brother was a low warrior anyway, so they would have probably sent him to a hellhole. Who cares? And it's like, oh God. Like Nappa's just sitting there, like,
this is what we've been teaching our children.
No, like he's sitting there, and because like. It's funny because it's not even like it's one of those weird things where like obviously Nappa's like, look, I get that we're a warrior race, but yeah, it's our own people.
That was our home.
That was our home. It's our own people. That was our families.
Right.
And it's just like, nah. Nappa's like, ooh, like so. Do we have any like pillows kind of over their face while they're sleeping, maybe or?
I'm sorry.
It's just not good. It's just no, but it's a thing where you're just like that's not good. Like, so, it was really funny because that was his reaction. But of course, you have Broly and Paragus understandably being like, "Wow, we do not give a shit."
Yeah, right.
We are because so happy, actually.
We're
hype.
Yeah, was actually a better backstory for them.
Well, no,
granted it's about the same. Yes. But I'm saying that
it's better than my potential backstory. Well, because I thought that it was going to be a weird thing because I was wondering if because they were going to take the legendary part seriously and have him be an older Saiyan,
right?
Like even maybe before King Vegeta,
yeah.
And they were going to have him here. Like, wait a minute, Frieza's the one that destroyed your planet, and you're working with him now. Like I thought we were gonna have a difference in Frieza too, where Frieza was gonna be a bit more mellow because it's a little unless they're gonna bring back the fight against Frieza, which it's frustrating because 15 felt like a good finale to that, so it's really frustrating if they have another movie where they have to kill Frieza again or something, or if they kill him off in the show or in the manga and that doesn't happen in the movie. They're gonna have to
even Vegeta at the beginning, like it's like, I'm going to train to keep getting stronger because you brought back Frieza, you son of a...
Because the thing is, here's the thing, right? I'm okay with, like, it's frustrating because, like, I would be okay if they brought back Frieza if he was, like, getting a bit better. Not, like, a complete 180. Yeah. Not a complete 180. Right.
But he's never going to get any better.
Seemingly not. I mean, they did that joke, which was funny to me. I think some people in our theater didn't like it. Well, I only found it funny because they put it right next to Bulma's joke, which Bulma's joke is also, in my opinion, not funny. Let me explain. It's not funny because, like, I picked it up immediately because I knew that they were going to go for a woman wanting to make herself look younger. Yeah. Granted, it is Bulma, and Bulma has talked about stuff like that in the past, to be fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if Chi-Chi would ever care about something like that, but
no.
Yeah. Chi-Chi would probably be like...
Maybe a little bit, but not to the fact of, hey, I'm going to use the Dragon Balls to make myself look younger.
If she could,
I literally looked over at you, said, this is how we get Omega Shenron.
Yeah, this is how we get Omega Shenron. Yeah, pretty much. He's not wrong. This is why we can't have nice Dragon Balls.
Right, we deserve this. We deserve what happened.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And so when... Oh, but was funny to me, speaking of deserving what happens to you, Frieza standing there in his base form.
Right.
Well, no, not his base, his, fourth form, whatever. Now it's technically his base form.
Yeah.
Sitting in that form, looking around going, is someone using the Dragon Balls that I've collected?
Yeah.
Having this happen again
Oh.
in his life,
Yeah.
wonderful. And I know it's a
Yes.
general theme that the show has, but having it happen to Frieza again
Was
oh,
beautiful.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fucking hilarious.
But yeah, you were mentioning earlier, like Frieza's wish was to get taller, and they have a beautiful scene with him and his advisors, and like
Well, he did not murder.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess it's arguably he's like, I'm trying to cut back on the murder on my forces because I'm trying to build them back up because I murdered them all last time.
What I wonder if it's no, but remember those two advisors. He's
Have been there, yeah.
since he was young.
Right.
So I wonder if
They must be just that good to him.
Well,
Or maybe King
bit
Cold's probably like,
no, I'm saying a
please
bit
don't
like,
murder those two.
No, I'm saying a bit like with Nappa and Vegeta. Now I know it's like, but Matt he murdered, but in his mind, Vegeta's mind, Nappa was
failed him.
and
Yeah.
was potentially broken.
Yeah.
Like Nappa's bones, like he doesn't know about
Yeah.
sensu beans, so he could have been
Yeah.
like, you would have died on the way to a healing pod. You know that, right?
No, I wouldn't have. Ah!
Could you imagine if like, and I know technically Nappa came back in GT, but could you imagine Nappa being like, so, I've been in hell for a while. You have. No other way, huh? Still not to this day. I know what sensu beans are now, you fucking dick. Oh.
Well, this is awkward.
But,
So a god now, huh? Got a what? Got a bullshit?
but here's the thing, right? I'm just gonna move on from that completely. But still, I still looking at Nappa and Vegeta's relationship minus that. I do think that it was more so like, yeah, I'm this guy, like, you know, he was with Vegeta since he was a child.
Yeah.
So I do believe that it's a similar situation where Frieza is like, you are literally the only two people who could talk to me like this.
Right.
If anyone else. I mean, because remember, that force that he met, that he worked with in the movie 15 or,
Yeah.
you know, the Super Show. Yeah, because the manga skipped that arc. When he worked with them, they were brand new to him. Like, it was like, what are your names? Sorbet and da-da-da, da-da-da. All right, I'll fucking try to remember that.
Right.
Like, it was just like it was like, he never, like, he didn't look at them like, you know, he looked at them like, this is what we're fucking doing
Right,
here now with the
yeah.
Frieza Force. So seeing the two of them, it's like, oh my goodness, you've survived.
Right, yeah.
Which, that shocks me a little bit. Not from
Yeah.
Frieza, just from life and
Oh.
being in the Frieza Force. I'm surprised the two
True.
of them are alive.
Yeah.
Enough to have been there during the death of Planet Vegeta and
and to this day.
to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you would think he would have sought them out in the... Because he trained for a while, for like
Yeah.
months. So you thought he would have found them. But either way, it doesn't matter. Nitpicking. Believe me, I know some of this is nitpicking, but I think
Yeah.
my three, the three that I brought up earlier, those biggest ones for me are the reasons why I'm like, this movie wasn't perfect. This isn't my number one.
Yeah.
Those are the reasons why. But when you talk about it just from a fight perspective, yeah, I can bump it up to number one for me because those
Yeah.
fights were fucking amazing.
Right.
Like, we can't just gush that much about the fights because we just be here for hours just talking
Yeah.
about how, like you talked about like One Punch Man influences before. The eyes is
Yeah.
where it was. The zoom into the eyes resembled the ninja. I forgot his name from One Punch Man.
Yeah, Sonic.
Sonic,
Super
yes,
Sonic.
yeah. When he got so mad and like they zoomed into
Yeah.
his eyes.
Right.
When they did that with Broly, when the pupils just disappeared, like
the
exploded.
pupils his pupils explode. I'm like,
Oh.
that's... Are you blind now? Or
Yeah, I don't
that's
know how that works.
irreversible.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. It was just done so well.
Yeah. That was one... I know we kind of bounced around on it, and
Yeah,
you
of course.
mentioned it too. But, because I know that was one of the biggest things for me in the trailers that I was upset about at the time. And I'm glad... Because with Bardock. Because I really love that special. And I was really afraid that they were going to remove a lot of that. But they kept... I mean, granted, they still gave Goku the Superman send-off. Which
Yeah.
was...
All
right. But, like, I do like what they did. Because it did show that Bardock was at least a little... Like, don't get me wrong. He still went out and killed people as a Saiyan.
Yeah, he was out of character by actually, like Gine said,
Yeah.
isn't it weird that a Saiyan man is caring about his kids?
Yeah.
She said it out loud. and
Yeah,
I think
no,
that-
and
I
he's
think-
like,
yeah.
all right. He's like, that's fair. I get where you're coming from. But like he says, he's like, I do so much destroying and like violence that, in this one moment I actually want to save something. And granted, it's my own son, so like yeah. But the fact it's like, and he's also a lower class warrior like me, but like, I wanna at least see him get the chance to grow up into something else, which was nice. But the fact that when Frieza goes to blow up the planet, Bardock is literally still up there trying to hold back the blast.
But what I love is he wasn't in the stratosphere, which is like, how can you breathe out there? Saiyans can't breathe out there.
Mm.
So it was kind of like, well, I mean, that's what I was under that impression, that
Right.
Saiyans can't breathe in space.
Yeah.
So the fact that because the blast went into their atmosphere,
Yeah.
and then he was there, and I was like, I like it.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
I
love,
respect that.
Like, I love that moment. And I'm so glad that they kept that intact. Because I think that's the moment that a lot of people in that special was like, that's, like, you have to have Bardock's last stand. You can't get rid of that, please.
For me, the biggest part of it was my favorite part of the special, which of course was never going to be brought over, was when Bardock is looking at Goku grown up and the soundtrack behind him, like just the with just him picturing like Vegeta and everything, and
right.
him seeing that through.
He's going to fight Frieza, and he's going to win.
Yeah,
He's going to avenge us. Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was beautiful to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I do miss the fact that you don't see Bardock's team. Like, I know they really didn't get that much, and they were kind of just put in there for, making a team to boost up Bardock or give him a reason to hate Frieza even more.
Right,
to be like,
right.
I'm gonna try and do something about this.
But it did suck that we couldn't see them.
Yeah.
No, and look, we should have known, like we talked about a while ago, that of course things were going to get removed out of canon when we remembered, like, right, Minus.
But I'm glad.
Exists.
I am glad that Gine was put in and that she got to be in the movie too.
Oh no, because I mean, because my thing is, I only have a problem with him getting him being Goku getting the Superman send off. I don't have a problem with him having a mom. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna sit here and be like, why does she exist? Like,
Right.
I have no problem with her existing. Doesn't really change the canon much because she dies as soon as we see her, sadly.
Right.
But so it doesn't really change much for me personally. It's just, and also the fact that, of course, the movie acknowledges Raditz as well as Vegeta. I think that was a beautiful scene as well, because even Bardock, father of Goku, never showed Raditz.
Yeah.
Ever. And it's like, what?
You had another son. Oh God, I had another one of those.
No, but like, like, it's just like, what are you doing? So I'm happy that this movie acknowledged that as well. Again, this movie did a lot right.
Oh yeah,
it did so much right in terms of the story, and even some of the funny dub references, where King Vegeta actually calls Broly a freak.
Oh right.
And I was like, wow, that's hilarious. Right. So I think that, again, like, I've brought up my issues.
Right. And I like that as a motivation for Paragus, and why, like, Broly's not inherently evil, really. It's his father treating him like crap, basically, as a kid, and saying, we're gonna go murder King Vegeta when we get off this planet. And that's literally all he's looking at him as.
Yes. I think I know
Chile.
what would have... Chile.
Yeah, she's the one to say, Paragus, you're a piece of shit. That's your own son.
And believe me, I think I would have... Because I'm not saying that it's a problem that Paragus is treating his son like crap and stuff like that. Like, again, I get that that's the motivator in the story and everything. But I think maybe showing... That's the thing, too. I think Broly talking, like, he did these things to me. And then us not seeing them at all... I wonder if maybe that would have changed it a little bit.
They had the flashback to his animal companion. Like, Broly makes
a little bit. You're right, a little bit.
With one of the fucking man-eating monsters on the planet.
I mean, it seems like
I used to play with him and dodge his teeth. And the older guy, Lemon.
Yeah,
and he's like, that was your first friend. It was literally trying to eat. You know what? You know, it's fine.
You're good. We're good.
You're fine, kid.
Yeah. No, I don't have a... And also, I love that, Broly has friends now. I actually do like those two a lot.
Yeah.
Those two are really cool.
Yeah,
and
they're cool characters.
Yeah, I would love to see some more of them.
Right.
Like, they seem really nice. Like, I was like, they seem really... It shows you, I think, that even within Frieza's force, although, of course, remember, Frieza, is trying to... Frieza's force, it's, what's it called? It's clearly depleted, right?
Yeah.
But I think it shows you that, like, Frieza's force... not everyone, because the people that we've seen in his force are the ones closest to him. Therefore, it's like saying, it's like talking about any military.
Yeah.
Granted, they're not a sanctioned military; they're
Yeah,
assholes. Right. But like any military, like, oh my god, they're all killers. It's like every military has one person in accounting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like, those two are just driving the ship.
Yeah.
They've never even seen action.
Right, or even the Saiyan that gets mixed up in Paragus going
Yes.
to save Broly when Vegeta sends him
Yes.
off. King Vegeta sends him off. He's like, I've never even seen combat. I just drive the spaceship.
Exactly, and I think that's what I love about this movie as well. It did some world building in both directions, in both areas, because it shows, like, hey, look, not everyone is even though Dragon Ball Z, if there are humans who aren't all trained fighters like Krillin, Tien, Chaozu, and Yamcha, there have to also be some aliens who aren't sitting there, like, you know, and also not even be just kings. Because the thing, too, like, sometimes when we see aliens, it's like, oh, if they're not a fighter, then they're royalty.
Right. Yeah.
You know? So it's nice to see...
Or
a scientist. Yeah, something large. Or an advisor of some...
Yeah.
Like, no, it's just nice to see, like, these are two, you know, people who are just like, dude, I fucking drive a ship, man.
They're grunts,
Like,
yeah,
they're grunts. Right. Abbott and Costello were fucking hilarious.
Right. They were the ones sent to Earth to go get the Dragon Balls for Frieza.
Because there was...
He sent them because they had low battle powers and we wouldn't fucking sense them.
Because I wondered, yeah, when someone stole the Dragon Balls, I really didn't know who it was, because
I thought for sure it was going to be Pilaf.
Yes.
But, like, they're living with them now, so, like...
Pilaf
like,
was...
That would be weird.
Pilaf was right there. That's what's so funny, too. He's oh my god, we could have done it.
Right.
Really? You guys have been living there.
Yeah, I literally thought Trunks and, like, Bulma was going to be like, is Pilaf there? He looks around. Yeah, he's right behind me. Did you ask them? I did.
when it gets adapted, it's going to be a joke in the show.
Oh, of course.
They're going to have him look back and be like, we didn't do it, we swear.
We didn't do it, we swear, you've been feeding us.
Yeah. Why would we do something like this? They're probably going to have a scene with Goten and Trunks being detective, like, you know, like with the spotlight on them.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just like interviewing all three of them. Like, where were you today? Oh god, yes, it's going to be Goten's voice actress.
I don't think they did it.
No, Goten's voice actress is going to say, where were you on the night of today? Mark my fucking words for it. Mark my fucking words.
I mean, I will, because you've been right about other things.
Apparently. But again, I was super wrong about this movie in many ways. Again, it made so much money at the box office.
Super wrong about this movie? I'll leave.
I start punching Tristan, and you hear, Tristan! Mad! Tristan! Mad!
Matt's just screaming. Gogeta finally comes in. I'm like, tag me!
Oh my god. No, but I have to say, though, even though I've said what I've said, the negative stuff, I do think that the positives definitely outweigh the negatives.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, yeah. I can't say that I wasted my money, say, like, going to this. It was expensive, which I do hate buying tickets in the city, especially online.
Yeah.
But you know what I do hope? I do hope that this movie doing as well as it's done, hopefully next time there's a Dragon Ball movie, or even any anime movie, to be fair, that's very popular, based off a popular series or something like that, it gets an actual distribution.
Right,
like, really,
and it's not just an event.
Yes, because the issues with events is, and I know it's going to sound like first world problems, but it's just, it happens. The issue with events is you want to try to order them in advance and not be a walk-in, because depending on what day you're trying to walk in, what time you're trying to walk in, you're walking into a theater that's booked, so you can't get in.
Right.
So we ordered them in advance, and when we did, we noticed that instead of it being maybe like 16 each, it ended up being like 18 or more. I think like 18-ish each.
Yeah.
Where, like, depending on where you go, if you can somehow walk in, I'm sure some of you in the U.S. right now who are listening to this are like, oh my god, right? You know, like, my ticket was like 9, and it's like, yeah, like, it's rough. And then they actually, I'm pretty sure this is a legal definition. We bought snacks, and they gave us complimentary candy. I'm pretty sure they tried to assassinate us.
Are those snipers?
I'm pretty sure that was, they were trying to
just open up the candy bag and a gun comes out.
A laser gun.
And if anyone's seen JoJo Part 4, you know what I'm referencing.
Oh god, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they tried to murder us with that. That's like that was a problem. But they were
It's like
not
Broly
good.
eating those bugs on that planet.
I'd go for the bugs, man.
Okay.
That's good protein.
I mean, yeah. Well, how else do you think Broly got so jacked? He eats nothing but protein for his young life. Oh, that killed me too. He's never had like decent water, which granted the planet he came from makes a lot of sense because it's poisonous.
I mean, I do wonder if Saiyan biology is just that different.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
Because I'm like,
he
they're like,
clearly
you've
needs to
never had
eat
water
after-
before. I'm
yeah,
like,
he clearly needs to eat after fighting, but
Yeah.
well, because the thing is, again, that's more world building.
Yeah.
Where Goku, I don't think has ever been truly parched. Like, oh my god, I need that water, glub glub glub. It's always give me the meat,
give me the food. Yeah.
yeah. No, because I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong, but I can never remember. And I know it's a vague thing to remember, but you and I have been watching Dragon Ball for a while.
Yeah,
Goku
right.
being like, "Oh my God, water, water, water." It's usually like, "I need that food."
Right.
You gonna finish that?
Yeah.
That's my arm.
You're gonna finish that?
But yeah. So I want to know, Tristan, what part of the movie do you think that you loved the most, and that you hated the most? I think I know the hated, because for me it was. I think I don't know if because for me I loved the part that I loved the most was them breaking the universe.
Yeah. No. That
Even
was,
though I want it to be explained, it was still a
Yeah.
beautiful moment and visually
Yeah.
stunning.
That's the thing. Like, it's just so visually beautiful. I almost don't even care that it's like you guys broke the universe, but I'm gonna give you a pass because god damn it was that beautiful.
Exactly. So, so can you pick a favorite part, or was that your favorite part?
Well, definitely seeing Gogeta on the big screen. That was because I'm not gonna lie. I like Gogeta over Vegito. Nothing against Vegito. He's great, but Gogeta's my favorite fusion. So
Yeah,
actually
for me-
seeing him be canon now and using his finishing move, Stardust Breaker, was beautiful. Granted, I don't think Broly should have shrugged that one off that easily as he did.
That's why I'm wondering, is that your least favorite, your hated moment?
A little, I guess if I had to like absolutely pick something, it'd probably be that, because he literally hit Janemba with that. And like, look, I know
Janemba doesn't exist, therefore he's hit nobody with that.
I know.
No, but to be fair, he hit him with it as a fucking Super Saiyan Blue God, which
know,
is like
yeah.
so strong that
And,
like
like,
my God.
I know, Fusion Reborn isn't canon and yada yada yada. Like, I know all the reasons for it, really. And like, Broly is obviously more powerful now being in Super. He took on Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Yeah, he's gotten a buff.
Yeah.
Which, understandably, to bring him back into canon, we need that buff.
Yeah.
Which is fine, and I'm fine with. But like, it's Gogeta's finisher. Like, he literally vaporized Janemba with that attack.
Yeah, my thing is this.
I was
think
a little
that,
underwhelmed.
Yeah, and Tristan's not saying that should have killed him.
No,
but
no,
he
no.
should have
Yeah.
stumbled.
Right. He should have been like hurt. Like, Broly get up and like, oh, give me a minute.
But it looked like it took him a minute, and then once he was up, he was like, it was just fine. Like, it never affected him.
Yeah.
That's
And I guess
the issue.
arguably people might say that, oh, well, Stardust Breaker's not his finishing move because, like, there are games. Like, technically, I think it's Final Kamehameha like it is for Vegito.
All right, so then to be fair, and I hate to do this to you, but I think to be fair, looking at the way the shows and the movies handle canon now,
Yeah.
they actually go for video game canon a lot more as official canon than they do in some other stuff. What I mean is, like, there'll be some moves where, like, I haven't seen that move from Tien in years, and the last time we think about that move happening, we're like, that happened in Budokai too. No, like, that happened once during Super. We saw either Tien or some other person do a move that we hadn't seen done in years in Super.
Yeah.
I don't think it was during the Tournament of Power.
Was
it may have
it
been earlier.
Tien's volleyball fist? Because he
It may have
does
been.
do that in Dragon Ball.
But not as much as he does in the games. Like, remember, because...
Yeah.
No, because he does it in Dragon Ball, but in Z, of course, that...
Oh, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Right.
And then looking at the movies,
Yeah.
not really in them. So seeing him do stuff like that, and other characters, I can't think of the other characters, we're like, wait, that was in a video game. But my favorite moment, oh god, my least favorite, I think, Oh God, no, because it's more so like I can't pick one moment. Actually, no, I picked my favorite because that was the breaking the universe.
Right.
My least favorite, it's rough because in my head it's like I don't care about Paragus dying, just dying before he did anything meaningful in the movie. Other than the flashback, of course. I'm
Yeah,
talking about like in
right.
the present canon, like because he had that big moment in the original version of the movie where it was like you piece of shit, and then he was in
Yeah.
the pod and Broly
right,
killed him.
Broly crushes.
You know
it,
what's so
yeah.
funny?
I do miss
He-
that a bit
because
but at the same time,
this version I think is deserving of being crushed. The last
Yeah.
version, I was like, I'm not saying that he's not a dick. He is a dick.
yeah, right.
Because he's right because they didn't actually no. That version was even more monstrous because
Yeah.
of Paragus. He enslaved that group of people.
Right, to build the castle to
Yeah.
fool Vegeta into thinking it was a new planet Vegeta. Yeah.
I'm so happy they didn't go with that though because
Yeah.
I feel like Vegeta we wouldn't even go like he'd be like Kakarot instant transmission us. What? Transmission's back. That's not planet Vegeta. We freed the people. Gonna kill you now. Like just it takes them like a fucking like 5
Yeah, right.
seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got that figured out.
Oh god. And I'd love it. It's like Vegeta would be like, and don't think this is because I wanted to save them. It's because you're a dick.
Exactly.
Goku's like, well, I mean, I kind of wanted to save them. Like,
But yeah, so what really made me laugh so hard is Goku saying the exact phrase, and this is a quote. Oh, but if you guys go too far out, then I won't be able to sense you. Shut the fuck up. You're a god.
yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah, like you won't be able to sense them.
You could ask Whis.
King Kai.
King Kai, for fuck's sake. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that. It was just like, just in case. I'm like, what? What are you even still saying that for?
Yeah.
What surprised me, I thought that he was going to go Ultra Instinct because of how hard he was getting murdered.
I mean, he did flash it for a split second. Never
Well, they
actually
flashed-
went into it.
They flashed a
but-
bunch of interesting colors. Like Vegeta and Goku were a little tint of green before going into, which I'm not saying has never been shown. Like Vegeta's eyes used to be green during
Yeah.
Super Saiyan, or I think Goku's too even.
Well, yeah, they get that
Yeah.
bluish green in their eyes first before then they
But
get the golden hair.
but it was never as it's usually not as apparent
Pronounced, yeah.
as pronounced, yes,
Right.
as it was in this one.
which was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it was. And another thing as well, I think that was the first thing that interested me. Like, no ultra instinct.
Yeah.
I think because they didn't want to try to power level like scale that alongside Broly.
Yeah.
And if he's using that and it doesn't work because it wouldn't have,
Right.
his body would be like using
Wrecked.
a 20
Right.
Kaioken.
Yeah, like
you're
how
done.
that used to be. That is one thing I was sad, though. Granted, it would have had the same effect. It would have wrecked his body. I'm sad we didn't get another blue Kaioken.
Right, exactly, because it would have wrecked his body, which I do love about this movie as well. I think they really thought about this. Like, we can't just go to the next form because of the combos and stuff like that,
Right.
like how the form came to be.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated that, and I also appreciated from the bottom of my heart the fact that there was no new form in this movie.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that, in my opinion, doesn't make this movie less complete. No more new forms for a bit.
Right.
You gave him Ultra Instinct. I know, like, how you gave it to him. You could argue it's not technically a new form, but it's in the games. It's a new form.
Right.
Let's make sure
Well, he
that...
can't use it now. I mean, that's what they said at the end of Super. He's like, Vegeta's like, oh, why don't you use Ultra Instinct? He's like, I can't do it.
Yeah, of course.
So-
Wink. Wink.
Well, yet. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
I
he's
know.
never going to do it again.
I know,
I'm being
yeah.
like, I can't do it right now.
Right. No, but I'm saying that I'm happy that they weren't just like, oh my goodness, it's Super Saiyan Ultraviolet 4K. Buy this on DVD today.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm just happy
Yeah.
that they just left
Right.
it at
I'm happy they went for the fusion.
so hard. Yes.
Because it's like we've pulled out all the stops. We both went blue. We tag teamed him. Nothing's working.
Like,
we're
they
gonna
have
have
this-
to fuse.
Like, I'm not saying they have to bring back multiple different characters who've not been canon into the canon, but what I am saying is if you have these characters who Toriyama did help design in some way or another, why can you not have him and other people working on the film, films in the future or shows in the future weave some of these characters into canon. Again, we don't like. I don't need a 2021 Dr. Wheelo. I'm just saying that.
Right. Oh my god.
And I know you'd love for Cooler to come in, Tristan, but I think if they didn't show him with Frieza and King Cold, I know he would be a pirate on another planet. That's what my thought was.
Yeah.
But I don't think we need him, only because you know why I don't think we need him? I don't want to add any more people to the Frieza clan at this point. Like, let's let it just be Frieza.
But I like Cooler, man.
No, I like that he had his
But
two
he's
movies.
cooler.
I like that he had his 2 movies, don't get me wrong. But I'm saying, like, I don't think we need him in canon. But I'm sure, like...
I need him in canon, man. I
right.
need him.
But there was something about both Broly and with Gogeta as 2 characters that it's just like... They're not out of left field, right? Like, one's a Saiyan. We've had Saiyans come back.
Yeah.
You know, and if he's been exiled for like
if
20
like
years,
Turles came back suddenly, that would have been like, okay, like I like that movie, but what?
Well, I think the problem is the power scaling would have been so off. Like, it doesn't matter what Turles has been doing. There's no way that he's anywhere near Goku.
He literally eats the tree. Not just a fruit, he eats the whole fucking tree of might.
I will start from the bottom and work my way up.
And goes blue. Okay, but no, seriously though.
Why did you let him do that, Kakarot? It took him years to eat the entire tree.
I literally thought at one moment Frieza might have the idea. Like, it would never happen because they both hate each other even more than Vegeta hates the idea of merging with Goku. But when Gogeta teleports in and he says to Frieza, I'll deal with you later, which was beautiful. But, like, Frieza was like, yeah. Gogeta says, yeah, Kakarot and Vegeta fused. Or Goku and Vegeta fused. Oh, the fucking name.
I forgot the names. They were really dumb.
Gokuja.
Gokuja.
And Piccolo's just like, do
like
you
Cujo.
really have to do this now?
Yes.
No, Gogeta.
But no, when you're talking about when Gogeta's talking to Frieza.
When he looks at Frieza and Frieza's like, that's cheating! Mm-hmm. I'm like, so you're gonna freeze with your brother to, up the ante? Come on, Frieza. I know you hate the idea and you'd rather die, but come on. Come on, do it.
Do it. Do you really want his name to be Freezer?
Matt, if it gets cooler into canon, I don't think I'm gonna care. I'm gonna be real with you.
Freezer or Coolzer?
Again, Matt.
If it gets him into the canon.
Gets him into the canon.
I hope we deal with Frieza eventually. Having the movie end in a feel-good moment with everybody else, and apparently Frieza's feel-good moment is conquering another...
Yeah, and obliterating another civilization. Like, you see the people screaming on the ground. That was horrifying. It was why is no one doing anything about this?
Yeah, no, like, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like... I don't know, like, man, like, I understand, like, Frieza helped save the universe, so we're gonna leave him alone. But I was hoping that Frieza...
We're gonna police him a little bit.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying that Frieza himself needs to be, like, super duper nice, but I thought he was just gonna, like, I said this on K-Corner.
He was gonna be chill
about it.
Bit. Yeah.
Like, he was going to be, like, how do I split? Okay.
CEO of a company?
Evil CEO of a company. Like, I thought they were going to transport to an area where Frieza's energy is, meet his, like, receptionist, and she was just going to be like,
do you have an appointment?
Hi, yes, you have an appointment.
Hello, Frieza-sama, you have an appointment.
Do you have an appointment to be here with the Frieza Empire?
Hello.
Excuse me.
Hello, Frieza Forces, how may I help you?
And they're going to walk in, and he was going to be like, hello, how are you doing?
He's just in a suit with a pair of glasses.
I'm not saying he can't kill someone. That would be terrible. But it would be like an advisor or something like that, where it's like, oh, sir, oh no, I dropped my coffee on you. That's perfectly fine. Walks out. Hi, Janet. Yes, Frieza. Could you make sure to kill my 3 o'clock?
Could you make sure to kill my?
Or it's like, you know that person we just hired? Rebecca? Yes, Rebecca. Could we please murder Rebecca? Right away, sir. Like,
oh, God.
Are we gonna let him do that?
Yeah.
I thought that would work in a way. Like, okay, Frieza isn't reformed because he's still an evil CEO, but again, evil is still in the name.
Yeah.
But to do this and just let this happen, like, it makes me feel like you did with Goku and Super. I'm like, this makes Goku seem incompetent. Like, this makes the entire Squad just feel.
And I know like Beerus doesn't really care.
Yeah, who cares about? Yeah.
But like, I felt like at least the Kais would be like,
Mm-hmm.
so Goku, you gonna do something about that? Because holy
they
shit.
were frustrated about it during the tournament, but again, they would have been erased. So they were
Yeah.
like, "Well, we're gonna like look." I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the movie should have opened up with like Broly ripping Frieza in half or something. It would have been
mean-
nice.
I literally like looked at Matt, looked away for a second, like, I mean,
But no. But here's the thing, right? I'm just saying that like it just doesn't look right on it. It doesn't. It's not a fun moment. It's not like a
No,
happy-go-lucky
yeah.
moment that everyone like had during
it
the end of the movie. It's
yeah,
towards
it
the
was
end of the
nice.
movie.
Like Broly, like Goku brings Broly a capsule house, and like he's with Chile and Lemon, and they're just chilling out. And they're like, we don't trust you. It's like, that's fine. As long as you let me come back and fight Broly once in a while. It's cool. I don't care if you like me or not. But, like, they were fine. Broly's calm. He's okay.
I will admit, if they do something and they go in a little bit of a different direction, maybe they do like a sequel or a trilogy
Yeah.
with Broly, which is not like a joke that they, because they did before.
Right.
Not like that. I mean, like they do it where they meet Broly again. Maybe they do take down Frieza together.
Right.
Maybe, but
Well,
maybe
I mean-
Broly's controlled, so he isn't as strong as he used to be, so it's okay.
I mean, I'm thinking, like, next Tournament of Power that rolls around.
They are not going to do another Tournament of Power.
At least not for a few years. There's gonna be another tournament.
There
'cause
has to
it's
be
Dragon
some
Ball.
type of tournament. Yes.
It's Dragon Ball.
No,
Matt.
they
There
have-
will always be another tournament.
There will always be, but it'll be a nice sparring tournament. And yeah, you were saying that they'd bring Broly along for the ride.
Jiren comes in. Oh,
Here's-
I see you have a new friend.
I think the problem is Broly would accidentally get disqualified due to murder.
Well, that's the thing, because we've also seen, we've seen Broly's level of power in another character previously, Kale,
Yes.
and she learned to control hers. I think Broly could, with train, because Goku's like, I have stuff to show you. Like, I want to train you. You're going to be fun to spar with.
Yeah, and even with a scene like that, I just feel as if this movie would make sense if there was another one to complement it, even just one more to complement it, which I know is something that Dragon Ball doesn't really do often. I only bring it up because it would be odd if they continued the story of Broly and Frieza in the show. I know that that's the whole point. These all are synergy, they promote each other, but it would just be frustrating, I think, for someone who enjoys this movie and wants to see more of this to be like, you're going to get the rest of it in the show. You're going to get it adapted into the show and then the rest of it in the show.
Right.
Haha. Like it feels like I got less of a movie because of it. If like in the show, let's say, they continue on with not only helping Broly out and training him, but also fighting Frieza. Because again, Frieza, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just took it. I was supposed to be laughing at it in some way or another. It seems like it's not a funny moment what Frieza
No.
did. Like it's
Yeah.
horrifying, and Frieza needs to be stopped
Right, again.
again.
And
yeah.
like even Vegeta's like, you think he's changed? No, it's like, we brought him back to life. It's like, you think he's gonna think he owes us for that or anything? You idiot.
In fact, I'm sure Frieza thinks you owe me for help saving you.
Right? Yeah. I mean, and look, like that's the thing. Like, I don't expect Frieza to like mend his ways, but just to be like, everything ended happily, and then Frieza's destroying a civilization. I'm like, that's oh god.
Yeah. So that's why for
That
me,
actually might be the moment I hate the most. Is just Frieza destroying another civilization randomly.
and that's why I wonder if
I meant
perhaps it is going to continue in some way because
Right.
they have it towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, and I mean Frieza even says he wants to, put Broly back in his forces when he can control him, but like, I feel like that was just Frieza like covering his ass for his pride, because you ain't gonna.
Yeah. No, this is why I do think that. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm super wrong. Again, I've been wrong.
Yeah,
I've been wrong. I'll be
but
wrong
like,
again.
I feel like Broly, like, he's not just gonna go with Frieza again.
Well,
I
that's
feel like
obvious.
he would just like, if anyone, he would go with Goku, because like, yeah, he's been kind of cool to me. Like, I'm fine with this.
But when I say like, oh, they're going to continue this, I just feel like, obviously, yes, it's part of canon, so they're not just going to let it go.
Right.
But what I mean is, I don't know how they're going to do that and how long they're going to wait. And
Yeah.
because again, we're in a spot where we haven't really been with Dragon Ball. I'm going to say ever, and the reason why I say that is because all of the movies up until, unless they were, Broly or Trunks, all of the movies up until Battle of Gods were not canon.
Right.
So even though there were sequels, they didn't really matter
Yeah.
in the grand scheme of the show and the manga.
Yeah, right, of the
Of course-
direction.
Yeah, because, obviously Cooler
They
has...
were just for
yeah,
fun, basically.
They were for fun, yeah.
Yeah, which was good.
Which is great, but now I'm sitting here and I'm like,
It makes things more complicated.
hopefully in a good way.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I would go to see a movie sequel to this.
Oh yeah, that would be another interesting thing. How are we going to handle Broly and Vegeta's relationship? Because granted, Paragus was the one that hated Vegeta's bloodline, and that was instilled in Broly. But like, will he learn to be like, look, that was my dad's thing, not me. We're chill.
I think Bro's
Which
gonna
would
be
be
like
cool.
I feel like Bro's gonna be like, I don't want to talk to you, but like
Yeah.
I'm not angry at your presence.
Right. I'm not
Yeah.
going to murder you on the spot, but like maybe stand like 5 feet away from me.
What's gonna be interesting is who's gonna tell Broly that Frieza murdered his dad.
That would be the other thing too.
That, by the way, that shouldn't be the funniest scene of the movie to me, but it might be like second place to Bulma and Frieza combined, like doing that one after another.
Right.
But I think the funniest scene, on purpose, might be Frieza because of his facial and arm expressions.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Your father was hit by a stray energy bolt from the battle. He's dead. You piece of shit.
I thought Broly was gonna go after Frieza immediately.
Yeah, because it's like he's literally standing right next to your father who's dead.
But no, but really the closest person was actually
To Broly at the moment was Gogeta.
Yeah, exactly. No, that was so interesting. No, that was pre Gogeta, wasn't it?
Was it? Maybe
Yeah.
it was.
No, I think it was just Goku.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So what's funny is, and I just don't know why I thought this, when Frieza realized, oh yes, a Saiyan will power up due to the death of a friend, and he pictured Krillin.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I thought he's just gonna go find Krillin and murder
Kill
him.
Krillin again. We don't even know why, but he's going to kill Krillin again. It literally scared me. Like I was afraid.
Krillin sneezes somewhere. Ah, that's weird. So yeah, so God. So yeah, I'm really interested in where this movie can go, or where this, can take the franchise as a whole. And I think that, yeah, if we had to review it on some type of scale, which we don't really review the DBZ movies on a scale, but if we had to, I give this one like a 4. If we can go for halves, 4.5 out of 5. If we can go higher, 4.7 out of 5. If we can go higher. I know it's guys, you're the one that's making the scales. I know we're the one making the rules, and we're like, we can
give it 6.5 Dragon Balls out of 7.
Yeah, right. I'll give it about like 8.9 out of 9.2. Like what? But either way, what we want to hear is what you guys think. So if you're watching this on our Those Guys on the Radio YouTube channel, we would love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. You can also tweet us at Those Guys Radio and tell us what you think over at our Twitter. Also, by the way, we have this available on our Blog Talk Radio account, blogtalkradio.com/Those Guys on the Radio. And did you know, Tristan, they could find us on iTunes by searching up Those Guys. Did you know that? Gasp. Also, what? You can also find our YouTube channels, Those Guys Play, searching up Those Guys Play on YouTube, and TG Productions by doing the exact same thing, searching up TG Productions on the YouTube. Also, I mentioned our Twitter. How dare you laugh at me, sir?
On the GodTube.
Yes, I mentioned our Twitter before. Also should mention our Facebook account as well, facebook.com/Those Guys on the Radio, and our website, tgproduction.net, which if you slash it, tgproduction.net/merchandise, you can buy some really cool t-shirts that we have that are also available at our TeePublic and Patreon, patreon.com/TGProductions. Depending on what tier you give to, you can either tell us or talk to us about what podcasts you'd want to do, ask us questions that we would answer over at our Cake Corner show, and also dictate what we would talk about, what topics we would talk about on our Cake Corner show, and a bunch of other cool things as well. Again, just check out our Patreon to see a lot of cool ways to give back to you guys, and also to give you guys the content and curate the content that you guys want. Not just from our Those Guys on the Radio stuff, but also Those Guys Play and TG Productions as well. So, I think we're good here.
I think we are too. I literally laugh because it's like Matt is fighting up against the microphone with all the plugs, and I'm just Vegeta standing back like, all right, Kakarot, you have your shot at Broly.
All right, guys. So, on that note, love you all. Take care, and tune in next time for another episode of Annis Saturday. So, see ya.
See you, everybody.